Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're setting off on a really fascinating journey. Think of it as a shortcut, maybe, to getting under the skin of two incredible Italian regions, Lazio and Sicily. We're going to unpack, their vibrant layers, their deep, deep histories, and just what makes them tick culturally.
That's great. And the source material is pretty special for this one.
It really is. Our guide, let's say, is this amazing collection we're calling Liz's Italy Research Notes. And it's packed. Ancient history, local culture, food, music, traditions.
And that custom song for Lazio, right? That's pretty unique.
Exactly. Which gives us a really cool lens to look through. So our mission, like always, is to pull out the key nuggets from these notes, basically help you get a quick but solid grasp on what makes these places truly stand out. So yeah, get ready. It's going to be an engaging trip, and hopefully you'll come away feeling incredibly well-informed about Italy's heartland and its sun-drenched island crossroads.
It is a remarkable set of notes. What really jumps out, I think, is how Liz captures that interplay, between this really profound history and the very local, very vibrant identity you find in Italy. It's not just facts listed out. It feels more like living history.
Living history, yeah, I like that. And where better to start than Lazio? It really does feel like the timeless heart of Italy. Obviously, Rome's there.
Can't avoid Rome.
Right. An eternal city, basically an open-air museum. Art, architecture, spirituality, it's all there. But Liz's notes, they make it really clear the region is so much bigger than just the capital. It shapes the whole country's cultural core. But, what makes it the heart?
That's a good question. And what's really insightful in the notes is just how deep that goes. We're talking way before the Rome. We sort of picture, the empire. Before all that, the Etruscans were dominant. And the notes, they really bring this to life, pointing to places like Tarquinia's Materazzi necropolis.
Ah, yeah, the Etruscan tombs.
Exactly. It's this huge site full of tombs with these incredibly vivid, colorful frescoes. It's just this powerful reminder, almost hidden beneath the surface, that Lazio's culture isn't just one thing. It's layers upon layers.
Yeah.
These hidden stories stretching back thousands of years. It's not just Rome. It's, like you said, the soil under Rome.
Wow, the soil beneath Rome. That really makes you think, doesn't it, about the roots of everything.
Yeah.
And from those deep roots, you get these amazing traditions still alive today. Liz's notes mention the Festa della Befana, January 6th.
Mm-hmm. Epiphany.
Right? You can just picture it, families in Piazza Navona in Rome, this festive market. And the Befana figure this kind of good witch, almost bringing sweets. It's this mix of folklore and Christian tradition, really magical, especially for kids. And then you've got the Roman Carnival, big, noisy pre-Lent thing.
Rooted in Saturnalia, right, ancient Rome.
Yeah, exactly. Fills the city with masks, figures like Rugantino and Pulcinella. It's got this playful, almost chaotic energy. It's more than a party. It feels like a direct line back to centuries of Roman festivals,
It absolutely speaks to that Roman love for spectacle, for celebrating together. These aren't just like quaint old customs. They're part of the identity.
Totally. But Lazio's spirit, it's not just in stones or festivals. It sings. The region's really shaped modern Italian music, too. Liz's notes spotlight Lucio Battisti, huge figure in Italian pop from Lazio. How did his music sort of connect with the region's vibe?
That's a really interesting point. Battisti, well, his lyrics were very personal. His sound was quite innovative for the time.
Yeah.
He kind of carved out this space for introspection within Italian pop. His music, often described as really heartfelt, maybe a bit raw emotionally.
Sure.
It felt like a contrast almost to Rome's big external grandeur. It taps into a different side of Lazio, maybe quieter, more reflective, like the hidden courtyards you find off the main streets.
That makes sense. And it's not just the legends. Rome's still buzzing with new music. Liz points us to modern indie pop acts like the Giornalisti.
Ah, yeah, with Ricciane, that big summer hit.
That's the one. And Vito, another band coming out of Rome's indie scene, bringing this fresh, melodic sound. It feels like Lazio isn't just preserving history. It's constantly writing its own soundtrack.
Exactly. The Giornalisti, Vito. They bring this modern, youthful, almost defiant energy. It shows Lazio isn't just echoes. It's this ongoing conversation, between its deep past and its very current present. They capture that pulse. The region keeps reinventing itself.
Okay, speaking of defining culture,
Yeah.
food. You absolutely cannot talk about Lazio without talking about the food. Moving from sounds to tastes, Roman food is just wow. Simple, bold flavors.
That's one.
We're talking carbonara, cacio e pepe, amatriciana, and carciofi alla romana, those amazing artichokes. These aren't just dishes, they're like institutions, right? Born from that cucina povera idea.
That's absolutely key. Cucina povera, poor cooking. It's not about lack. It's a philosophy. resourcefulness,
Mm.
taking simple, local stuff and making it incredible with bold flavors.
Mm.
It reflects that Roman way, make the most of what you've got, keep it
Yeah.
simple, make it taste amazing. It tells you something about the people, you know, quality and flavor over fussiness.
Yeah, totally. And what really grabbed me in Liz's research was the bit about cereola bread. Seems so basic, right? Traditional Roman bread, soft inside, crispy crust.
Mhm.
But the history, Liz notes highlight how it was a wartime staple, a symbol of just getting by during tough times. So now it's this really nostalgic thing for Romans, connecting them to their past. That really made the history feel alive for me, just thinking how bread, can carry so much memory.
It's a perfect example of how even everyday things in a culture can be packed with stories.
Mm.
Cereola bread isn't just food. It's like edible history, resilience baked right in.
Edible history. Love it. Okay, so beyond Rome itself, Lazio has these incredible other sites, shows the region's diversity. You've got the Etruscan tombs we mentioned, Tarquinia, Cerveteri, glimpses into this whole pre-Roman world.
Absolutely fascinating place.
Or Palazzo Farnese in Caparola, this amazing Renaissance villa with that absolutely iconic spiral staircase. Just wow.
Yeah.
Architectural genius. And then there's the Parco dei Mostri, the Monster Park
Yeah.
in Bomarzo. Completely surreal.
Oh, that place is wild.
Right. A 16th century garden full of these huge, bizarre sculptures carved out of rock, like something from a dream or maybe a nightmare. And Civita di Bagnoregio, that ancient village on a cliff.
The dying city, they call it.
Yeah, accessible only by that long, narrow bridge. It feels suspended in time. Walking across that bridge, it's like stepping into another world entirely. A living postcard.
These sites really do paint that picture of Lazio's different faces. You go from the seriousness of Etruscan tombs to Renaissance grandeur to the almost playful weirdness of Bomarzo and then the pure drama of Civita. It shows a region that's embraced so many forms of expression, adapted through centuries. Each place tells its own story, but they're all connected to this heartland.
Now, the thing that really lifts Liz's notes for Lazio is this custom song she made, titled Baroque Dream Pop with Modern Rap Fusion.
Right.
Featuring mandolin, guitar, accordion, even jazzy brass. It's quite a mix. What does that specific blend say to you about Lazio that maybe a more traditional song wouldn't?
Well, I think it's the audacity of it, isn't it? Taking something grand like Baroque, something traditional like a mandolin, and slamming it together with rap's very modern urban voice. It feels like a perfect mirror for how Lazio itself is always dealing with its ancient past and its super vibrant present. Not as two separate things, but fused together. Living, breathing fusion. It catches that sense of timelessness that's always being remade. Liz really nailed that, I think.
She really did. And she weaves in everything we've discussed. The song opens with a twist on that famous saying, Tutte le strade portano a Roma, ma guardam finisceno da me. All roads lead to Rome, but look at me, they end with me. Got that Roman spirit, maybe a bit defiant.
Yes, very Roman.
Then verse 1, straight into history. Etrusci a Tarquinia, Monterozzi Necropoli talks about the picture colorate, those colorful tomb paintings, pre-chorus. Takes you right to the table. Carbonara, cacio e pepe, amatriciana, and yeah, ciuriola croccante, that crispy bread. Then the chorus hits. Roma eterna, regina mia, Lazio mio, tu non morirai mai. Eternal Rome, my queen, my Lazio, you'll never die. Pretty powerful stuff.
Really captures the feeling.
Verse 2 jumps into traditions. Befana a Gennaio, Piazza Navona, the Carnevale Romano with Rugantino and Pulcinella. Verse 3 hits the music scene. Lucio Battisti, the giornalisti's Riccione, Vito, old and new together. Even the bridge packs in Bomarzo's Mostri, Civita Sospesa and Caparola's staircase. It's this incredible quilt of references all stitched together.
Sure. What's really smart is how it uses those specific things. Sites, food, artists, not just as name drops, but as ways to build this bigger story about Lazio's identity. It's like a sonic journey through the region's evolution, Ancient roots, modern energy. It proves tradition isn't stuck, it's always being remixed.
It really does bring the research alive. Okay, let's shift gears. Head south to Sicily, an island that is just a whole different world, in a way.
Completely.
Liz's notes call it a cultural mosaic, shaped by millennia of influences. Greek, Roman, Byzantine, Arab, Norman, Spanish, making it one of Europe's most cosmopolitan islands. But how did all those different layers actually merge, rather than just sitting side by side?
That really is the million-dollar question for Sicily, isn't it? It's not just layers, it's proper fusion. If you connect it to the bigger picture, Sicily's story starts even earlier, with ancient peoples like the Sicels, deep roots, but then all the waves of conquerors, settlers. They didn't just erase what was there, they left their mark, sure, but it transformed what existed. You see it so clearly in the architecture.
Like how
Well, you might find a Greek temple near a Norman cathedral, but that cathedral might have subtle Arabic geometric designs woven in. Or you find a Roman mosaic floor underneath a Baroque palace. Each layer isn't just there, it's integrated. It creates this unique Sicilian style that's all about resilience, adaptation. The island itself is like a living museum of fusion, not just one thing after another.
that idea of fusion, it leads to some really unique traditions. One that jumped out from the notes is the Opera dei Pupi.
Ah, the puppet theater, UNESCO listed.
Right. Marionettes acting out these medieval stories, knights and chivalry. It's not just a show, it's described as a deep Sicilian folk art. What does that tell us about Sicily?
The Opera dei Pupi is, I think, a beautiful way Sicily keeps its history and its sort of moral compass alive. These stories of paladins, good versus evil, they reflect the island's long history of, well, being fought over and the spirit of its people. It's storytelling about heroism, identity, often in tough situations, a real cultural anchor.
And then there's the Sicilian cart, the Corretto. So iconic.
Oh, absolutely.
These horse-drawn carts, painted so elaborately, just bursting with color and folklore. They're not just transport, they're like mobile artworks, showing off the island's love for stories and craft, literally on the move. Every bit tells a story. And from sights to tastes, Sicilian food, definitely a culinary melting pot. You can taste that history. Arabic, Spanish, Mediterranean, in dishes like arancini.
Can't go to Sicily without having arancini.
Definitely not. Those amazing fried rice balls, pasta alla norma with eggplant and ricotta, caponata, that sweet and sour veggie dish, couscous alla Trapanese.
Clear North African link there?
Exactly. And pennel, those chickpea fritters. Savory heaven.
The food in Sicily is maybe the clearest example of the fusion we're talking about. It's where cultures literally blend on your plate. That sweet and sour and caponata, direct line to Arab influence, the couscous and trapani, straight from North Africa. History told through flavor, where influences aren't just kept separate, but mixed into something totally new and Sicilian.
It really is. And let's not forget the sweets. Cannoli, granita, cassata, frutta martorana, those marzipan fruits, brioche con gelato.
Oh, breakfast of champions.
Huh. And speaking of distinct style, Liz's notes mention the cupola, that flat tweed cap.
Classic Sicilian symbol.
Right, a symbol of that rural identity, kind of rugged but stylish, connects to the land, tradition. You see it everywhere, and the landscape itself is just incredible, so varied. You've got Mount Etna.
Europe's tallest active volcano, looming large.
Yeah, dominating the skyline. Then beautiful beaches, citrus groves everywhere, eggplants, amazing seafood, almonds, saffron. It's this incredibly rich island, and that feeds into everything, the culture, the food, the whole way of life.
Etna especially is such a powerful symbol. It's always there, reminding you of the island's raw power, its fertility, but also its danger. Living with an active volcano. It breeds a certain resilience, I think, a connection to these huge natural forces.
And the landmarks are just staggering. Ancient Greek temples at Silmonte, Agrento's Valley of the Temples, just breathtaking against the sky.
Truly world-class sites.
Then the Roman mosaics at Piazza Armerina, showing ancient life in crazy detail. And Taormina's Greek theater, with that view of Etna and the sea, you can almost hear the ancient plays.
And you have to add the Baroque towns, Noto, Ragusa, Modica, UNESCO sites, rebuilt beautifully after an earthquake. Plus Palermo's amazing palaces and noisy, vibrant markets. That variety in architecture just hammers home Sicily's long story. So many civilizations left their mark, creating this incredibly rich visual and cultural tapestry. Grand, but also really human. It shows how the island absorbed something from everyone who came.
Yeah. And even though Liz's notes didn't include a specific song for Sicily like Lazio, it's obvious the island itself, this land of volcanoes, temples, carts, and sweets, is already bursting with lyrical potential.
Absolutely.
Liz suggests using real Sicilian words like arancino or pupi would add that authentic layer, reflecting the language itself, which is another fusion, right?
Exactly. The dialect itself tells the story of those influences.
So wrapping this up, it's clear, isn't it? Lazio and Sicily, they're so different, but both are just incredibly deep, historically and culturally. They offer these profound experiences through their own unique traditions, amazing food, incredible landscape.
Well, what does this all mean for you listening in?
Well, it means these regions, they might express themselves differently. One, the classical heartland, the other, this vibrant island mosaic. But they both show powerfully how history isn't just in the past. It actively shapes today's culture, today's identity. They really demonstrate that Italy's regional diversity is its strength. It's like a constant invitation to explore, where every stone, every dish, every local song tells a story of a place that's alive with its history but always moving forward. That sums it up perfectly. Which brings me to our final thought, our question for you. Thinking about how Liz wove everything history, food, music, culture into that unique Baroque dream pop with modern rap fusion song for Lazio. What specific things from your own local area or maybe your personal heritage would you pick to express creatively? How would you capture its unique essence? Maybe through music or art or writing? How would you find its equivalent of Baroque dream pop with modern rap fusion? Definitely something to think about until our next deep dive.